This is really important. I'm going to guide you through this in a minute, but it's really important to understand this. This can change your entire life. If you have to go on stage to speak and you've got like a big pit of fear in your stomach, you can use this within 5 minutes to dissolve the fear. Hello. Hey guys, it's Kai Ashley here. And today we are going to be doing guided energy healings. This is for the purpose of learning how to heal yourself. I'm going to be sharing some techniques that I use on myself all day long, every day, because one thing that I really do is I'm constantly doing energy work on myself. Today is going to be really hands-on and super guided, okay? So this isn't just, oh, come and get a nice result. This is for you if you want to learn actual life-saving skills, really, like where you're feeling negative or anxious or whatever it is, and you know how to change that energy and change your state. Okay, I'm going to help you with some exercises that I use myself. Now, why is this important? It's important because our emotions are meant to be moving and flowing in our bodies. Okay, that's one reason. But have you noticed that a lot of your emotions sort of feel stuck in one place? It might even be to the point where you haven't even noticed that. Now, maybe you have, but when I lead people through the energy activations that I do, the first thing people are surprised about is this, okay? When you have this negative feeling, let's say you have a lump in your throat, you have a fear, maybe you're scared of getting up and speaking in front of an audience. You know you want to, it's part of your dream, but yet you keep getting this tightness in your throat. So when we do these energy activations, what happens is through the process, all of a sudden the energy starts moving around the body. Like they'll find that it starts moving down into the belly, you know, or move over to the shoulder and then around over somewhere else. And many people are really surprised by this. But that's actually how it's meant to be. Our emotions are meant to be moving through our body. It's just that we trap them into one place. This is a big part of how our reality keeps replicating. So today I'm really going to cover our resting vibration. So who here is interested in law of attraction? Are you interested in law of attraction? Do you follow Abraham Hicks? Are you experienced or have you had any energy work done, or do you do energy work? Okay, so yes and yes, obviously. I know pretty much everyone that's drawn to my stuff and, you know, is here in our community is into energy healing. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm totally going to do it. I'm going to fix my nail real quick. Just real quick, okay? I just got one nail to fix and I forgot to do it before I went live. Yes. Oh, yes. I overdid it a bit, but no one will ever know. Excellent. Okay. So these are energy healing practices that I use myself. So what is the best thing that I can impart about why energy healing is so important? Now, not just energy healing, but I'm talking about like moment to moment, literally where you're sitting there and maybe you're writing in your journal or you're writing your sales page or whatever it is that you're doing. You're going to meet someone for a date, you know, whatever it is that you're doing. And you notice that you got this heavy feeling in your body. Hi, Lisa. You notice that you got this heavy feeling in your body. It's really... I feel it's really important and really fun to sort of deal with the emotion right then and there. It's sort of meant to be fun, okay? So you don't want to take this stuff too seriously, but you also want to understand that you have the real power to change and influence your emotional body. Now, I know we all know this here. Okay, so I want you to tell me, okay, so as an energy healer, as someone that has worked with energy, when you feel fear, what is the best way that you found for yourself personally to deal with fear in your body, to like dissolve it, to release it, to let it go, to stop that fear in its tracks? Because I'm going to tell you some really powerful ways. And now, as a lot of you probably know, I have worked with thousands of people and I've helped so many people to transmute the fear in their body. And the reason I'm so good at it, and I'm not trying to brag, it's just how it is. It took me a long time to come to terms with the fact that I'm actually amazing at what I do, but now I know I am. I was able to get really good at it. One, because I think it's my gift, but I had so much to heal myself as an ultra empath, as someone with my human design. I have a lot of clear channels, so I really take on people's energy. I'm super empathic and always was super misunderstood. So I was also super bullied and oh my God, all this stuff as a child. So I grew up like traumatized with PTSD, chronic social anxiety, a lot of fear in my body. And I had a lot of chances to learn how to process the fear. So I'm going to share with you the real foundation fundamentals that helped me. What have you found for yourself for how do you deal with fear in your body physically? Like, have you found a way to dissolve it? Or on the flip side, are you still feeling stuck when you feel fear? Does it feel like it's overwhelming? I mean, obviously sometimes fear feels overwhelming, but yes. So I'm going to take a breath. Ready? Let's all take a breath together, shall we? Big deep breath in, hold slightly at the top. And then like you're relaxing the weight of the world. And yawn at the end, go. Okay, guys. Okay. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about fear. Did you know? Okay, now this is going to sound really either obvious or completely new to you. Did you know that your fear, that feeling that you feel in your body, it trips you up, right? It comes up and you're like, ah, it stops you and you want it to go away. You know how you hate that feeling. And to be honest, all negative feelings go under the umbrella of fear. Okay, you either have fear or love or fear. It's like the polarity, and everything else is like a subcategory underneath it. So you know how you feel the fear and you sort of hate the fear and you want it to go away. But this fear is the softest, like the softest, sweetest, most scaredy cattest part of you. It's the part of you that is most scared. Okay, now let me get to this, because when you're in the middle of a healing and you get this revelation, it's actually quite profound, but I don't know how profound it is me just explaining it. What happens is you usually feel the fear and it usually feels really scary. And you're like, oh, you know, this feeling is scaring me. No. This feeling is part of you. It's the part of you that got hurt. Like the happy parts of you, they're the stronger parts of you in a way, you know, or they're really the stronger parts of you in a way. Whereas the fear, it was that part of you when the things happened that made you scared, when you were either teased or abused or yelled at that time or ignored or shut out or rejected. It's the part of you that got hurt. It's the scaredest part of you. So your fear, even though it feels big and ugly, it is actually sort of like, I'm seeing like a little hedgehog. Like it's spiky on the outside, but it's actually just really soft and cute on the inside. And when you learn how to invite it into your body, rather than trying to let it go, rather than trying to change the fear, you don't change the fear. That is the number one rule in emotional alchemy. You do not change the fear. Okay, so what do you do instead? What do we change instead? Okay, I want to see who can get this. If you've worked with me, if you've been following me for a while, then it's okay, you can cheat. Just tell me if you know while I drink some water. Now, this is going to sound really simple. You change your reaction to the fear. You do not change the fear. You do not change the fear. If you try and change the fear, it will push back. It will push back. It will like dig in. It's like, you know, imagine that you're trying to take it outside into like a dark, rainy night, and it like grabs onto the doorway and it's like it's pulling and you're trying to pull it out. And you're like, change fear, change. And it's like, no, I'm not going to change. And you're like, change, damn it. And it's like, I'm not going to change. And you're like, you've got to change. And it's like, no. Sound familiar? So that's what it's like, isn't it? So the more you try and change the fear, the more it's going to do that crazy ass thing that what did I do? I just acted it out. Okay, so you change your reaction to the fear, and now this comes back, if you're on the start, this comes back to what I was saying before. Okay, what was I saying before? Oh yes, your emotions are meant to move around your body. They're meant to move around your body, not be stuck in one place. Except we don't know that it's like that, so we usually like hold it in one place, don't we? So what you do instead, and this is a little bit of background, this is really going to help you understand what we're doing in the moment, okay? So let's see. Yes. What you want to do is where you feel exactly where the fear is, okay? This is really important. I'm going to guide you through this in a minute, but it's really important to understand this. This can change your entire life. If you have to go on stage to speak and you've got like a big pit of fear in your stomach, you can use this within 5 minutes to dissolve the fear. What's important is that you're just sending those hurt feelings love, and then the part of you that doesn't want to send it love, you send that part compassion, you know? So it's not just about accepting everything, it's about actually noticing what's there, and then the part that won't accept it, then you understand that part, which is another word for accept, okay? So let's see, what's the best way to explain what we're about to do? So I'm about to teach you how to very quickly and easily dissolve the fear. So let's say, for instance, you know, you want to do a live stream, or you're about to go and meet, you know, someone for a date, or you know, feel really heavy about having to exercise, or whatever it is, you know, or you're going on for a speaking engagement. You have this pit of fear in your belly. And so what you'll usually try and do is you try and push it away. Okay, does that make sense? You try and push it away. That doesn't work, because it's only going to like hold on and not want to be pushed away. It's going to push back. Why? Because it's a part of you. Okay, it is a part of you, and trying to push it away, it can't go anywhere. You've got your aura, and it's just going to go to the edges of your aura, and it's going to be like, what the fuck, like, are you doing? So rather, and now this is what I've been trying to get to, it's actually a physical process, energy work. Like it's a mind, body, spiritual energy process. You want to very much get your body involved. So you feel exactly where the fear is, and you don't try to ignore it, okay? So you do not ignore it, and you don't skip past this part. You need to intimately feel the fear. Now, what this does is this helps you get out of the story, you know, because right now, you know, whether you're going through heartbreak or fear, or like fear of going and speaking, you know, fear of rejection, whatever it is there, and you have a story around it that you're constantly telling yourself in the back of your mind. Every time you think about it, it's activating that story, because you have the energy of fear in your body, and then your mind assigns it a meaning, and this meaning is completely based upon your beliefs, okay? So it's completely based upon your beliefs, and this meaning is really, in the scheme of people and life, the meaning is pretty arbitrary. You can assign literally any meaning to a feeling. Okay, so you feel that fear in your belly. You want to go in and explore the fear with your focus, with your mind, with your awareness. And as you do that, you go general, which means you let go of the story, and you're just sort of feeling around the fear. Then, of course, you're using your breath and stuff like that I'm going to guide you through in the upcoming breathwork activation thing. And here's the cool part. Here's the physical part that I'm talking about. Okay, this is what we're going to do. You're going to, not right now, but when the guided exercise, you're going to take your awareness. So you're going to feel the fear. This part's really important. That's why I keep repeating it. You're going to feel where the fear is in your body. Okay. Yep. You can put your hand where it is. Let's say you feel it in your belly. You're like, yep, I feel it in here. And then you get really familiar with it. And then you want to take your awareness. So let's say that this is the fear. Okay. See where my hands are? That's like the fear in between my hands. So then you want to take your awareness on either side of the fear, where the fear isn't. Okay. Where you pretty much feel nothing. Okay, this part's really important, because this is profound, and you'll be shocked at the results you'll get when you practice this. So I'm about to guide you through this. So if you're interested and you just came on, make sure you stick around. Okay, so let's say your fear is here. You feel around the fear, you feel inside of it. Maybe you trace around the edges with your awareness. Okay, this really works. This is emotional alchemy, and this will dissolve it. And so then you take a breath, obviously. You relax your shoulders, obviously, all that sort of stuff that I'd guide you through. And then you take your awareness, whoop, about an inch either side. You can be any direction, any direction. Take an inch either side. And then you pretend that you're relaxing that part of your body physically, and you breathe. Now, as you do this, especially if you relax your shoulders and you breathe with wide open mouth, which has actual reasons, and you don't try to change the fear. You don't change the fear. You only relax the bits on either side of the fear as you breathe, and you relax your shoulders and exhale and open your mouth. And guess what's going to happen? The fear is going to move, and it's going to transmute, and it's going to change shape, and it's going to change energy. Now, for some of you in the beginning, it won't really change that much, but if I was guiding you, it would. But when you're doing it yourself, it won't really change that much, but that's okay. It's because this is a practice, and we're so used to things being a certain way, and we're so used to trying to change the fear that sometimes you might think that you're not trying to change the fear, but you're still attached to changing the fear. So it's like you'll start to do it, and then it won't really shift too much, and you get disappointed, and that in itself is trying to change the fear. Does this make sense? Am I making any sense at all? I'm really curious to know, when it comes to energy healing yourself, how often are you energy healing yourself throughout the day? Yeah, what's that like for you? I think it's really interesting for everyone to know that self-healing all day long is pretty much a thing. Yeah, that's what we should be doing, I feel. We are about to do a guided energy activation. This is super powerful, guys. So right now, I invite you to take a few deep breaths with me. Let's tune in as we get ready to go into the space of this beautiful energy activation. So take a breath, relax your shoulders, and sit up straight. And if you're typing an answer, feel free to go ahead and continue that. And if you're not, just breathe with me. And feel free to yawn, even if you think you're making it up. Now, did you know that yawning is one of the best things you can do for yourself, neurologically speaking? We're meant to be yawning, people. We are meant to be yawning. It releases so many happy chemicals in our mind, okay? So let's take a few more breaths and take another big yawn. Relax your shoulders all the way out. And you want to yawn with your mouth really wide open. Now, trust me, believe me, there are some real reasons to be opening your mouth like this. So just follow me for now. Take a deep breath. And as an FYI, in an energy healing, laughing is a really good sign. So you can even force laughter, and that will help to shift your vibration. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to begin right now. So don't stop halfway through. Okay, you don't want to stop halfway through, or it could leave you feeling triggered. It's just not worth stopping. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. I'm about to ask you to find a heaviness in your body, and then you're just going to follow me exactly. I really want you to make this a physical experience. Your body wants to be really involved. So exaggerate everything that I'm telling you to do. Exaggerate it bigger than you think is necessary. And also, if you're not sure, this part's really important. If you're not sure, let yourself make it up, because that's what this is. The making it up and the pretending is a big part of it. So if you're not sure, just make it up, okay? And if you're not sure if you're doing that right, just pretend that you know, okay? So we're going to dissolve some fear. Please put your hand on your heart. You can put one on your belly too if you like. Take a big deep breath in, close your eyes, and let's begin. Just sigh and breathe normally. Relax the top of your head. Begin to relax the muscles around the side of your skull. Release the tension from your forehead and face. And take a nice long exhale, longer than the last. Breathe, and on your next exhale, double relax your eyebrows. Breathe, and on the next exhale, double relax your lips. Breathe, and on the next exhale, double relax your shoulders. And on one of your next breaths, I want you to take a big sigh like this. Energy moves on sound. Allow yourself to make sound. And then at the end, open your mouth and yawn. Okay. So let's go ahead and think of something that you want, that you're used to feeling a bit scared about. Okay, now we don't need to think of something. You can literally just find something heavy in your body. If you have something presently heavy, you can just go with that. But if when I ask you to think of something that you want to do that you're scared of, if something straight up comes to mind, choose that. And then just notice what happens in your body as you think of it. So either way, we're looking for heaviness right now in our body. So keep your eyes closed. And like your mind is sort of like one of those tractor beams searching through your body. Move your awareness through your body, noticing the sensations, and breathe. Notice where it's heaviest, squirmiest, or ickiest, or stickiest. Just notice what's heavy or dark. And now you're about to say the word here, and you're going to use it like a laser pointer. Imagine that it's a laser pointer going to find where the sensation is. So thinking of the heaviness of the fear, repeat after me out loud. I feel it in here, and say it like that. Take your time, really feel around and put it on. Remember, exaggerate it. Nod your head. Say, yep. I feel the fear in, and say it like this. I feel the fear in here. Go to the fear. Don't try and change it. Okay, take a breath. Now relax towards the fear. Do not try and change it. Relax your shoulders, open your mouth and yawn. Go down into the fear. See if you can go into the center of the fear and feel around inside of the fear like you're being curious, like you're a curious explorer. Open your mouth, please. Wider. Come on, wider. Big exhale. If I can do this on camera, you can do this at home. Now breathe in and then exhale. Go. Push it out until you're making a funny sound. Use your lung muscles. Now breathe in and go back down into the fear. Relax your body. So now you're feeling the fear. I want you to go, now we could do this a few ways. I want you to go to the walls of the fear, either from the inside of the fear, if you're right on the inside of it, or if it feels more natural to trace around the outside of the fear, they'll both work. So go to the wall of the fear, which means there is a place in your body where the fear is and where the fear isn't, okay, where the fear is and isn't. And so you just want to find, okay, well, here's a fear. Where does it end? Where is the actual wall of it? So right now you're feeling around for the wall. It's okay if you think you're making it up. And I want you to notice how it feels. Does it feel soft, hard, bumpy, smooth, rough, spiky, icky, sticky, oily, So take a breath and just say out loud, it feels how. You're welcome to type that in too if you want. So you can have a record to see how it changes for you. Okay, so yawn as you're feeling and notice what shape it is. And now I want you to trace around. If it's bumpy, trace around the bumps. If it's spiky, trace around the spikes. If it's smooth, stick right into the smoothness of it and breathe and yawn. Do not try and change it. Relax towards it and exhale. Open your mouth really wide. Wider like you're biting a big apple. Big yawn. Relax the back of your throat. Relax the top of your throat. Stretch it wide like your throat is a tunnel of wind. Notice those sensations moving around in your body. Help them move. You don't have to do anything. You just have to allow them to move. Relax your shoulders, please. Relax your eyebrows. Come down into the fear. And if you're coughing, if it's okay if you're not, but if you are, tap your chest. And coughing's a great form of relief. Okay, so that's a good way. If you're yawning, help it happen. If you're burping, if your body wants to rock backwards and forwards, amplify it by 10. Yes? Breathe in, sit up straight. Let's do it. Breathing down under the fear. Keep breathing down. Okay, hold it. Stretch up, stretch tall, stretch your spine, touch the roof with your head. And now open your mouth and lean slowly forward. Keep your back straight. Exhale. Relax your shoulders, relax your back. Do not hunch. Keep your sort of tits lifted. All the way out. Open your mouth wider. Big, long. You're still breathing. You're still breathing. All the way out to the end. And then breathe in. Take your time. And just like the weight of the world is being lifted, crumple your shoulders and body and go, shake yourself. Okay, shake your hands. Okay, so tell me, what happened to the fear as you were doing that? Notice where it is now. Now, it's probably either changed shape a little bit. There's actually, usually quite a lot of layers to do, but let's see where you're at with it. Notice, what color was it when you started? Did you notice or do you remember? What color is it now? We've only done one layer, so for some of you, you'll get a shift. For a lot of you, it'll still be like just a little bit smaller, okay? So, but for some of you, it'll actually be significantly smaller. It's different for everyone. But the key is that this works for everyone eventually, okay? So notice where your fear is now, and here's the next step. Now bring in golden light to swirl in through the area where the fear was. And if you just joined us, you can hop right in, find a heaviness in your body, go and connect with it, go feel it, and now we're going to swirl light in it. You've missed a step, but it'll still work. Okay, so breathe in and just imagine, it's okay if you can't see it, it's a real energy. Imagine this beautiful light is swirling through the areas where the fear was, okay? It's swirling through, it's swirling through. Imagine now that the light is so light in density that it starts to pass right through the fear on a molecular level. You don't have to change the fear, but the light passes right through the fear. It's lighting up the fear from the inside out. It's sticking to the walls of the fear from the inside out. It's permeating and flowing in and out of the walls of the fear, and it is flowing through your body. Now breathe in, just imagine that this light is now doing little firecrackers or fireworks or, a little fountain in the middle of the fear, out through the top of the fear, and say to yourself, I blow this fear up. Breathe and just imagine. Doesn't matter if it's clear or not, just even if you know that it's happening, that's enough. And go, exhale, 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 stretch up, straight as spine, exhale, make some sound. Shake your body. And now that light is filling in the areas and you're noticing the remaining fear. You're noticing how it feels differently. And you're noticing how this fear that was exactly the same for how many months or years, it's taken us maybe 10, 15 minutes to shrink it in ways that it really hasn't been shrunk before. Yeah? It's amazing what happens. And when you shrink your fear, you shrink your resistance. And when you shrink your resistance, you tune into the actions that you're meant to be taking. And then when you take more action from a soul-guided space, you get more amazing results that you can't even imagine, because you can't imagine the amazing things waiting for you, really. You can imagine some of them, but not everything. So what's happened to your fear? What color is it now? Oh, let yourself yawn. Stretch your body parts away from the fear now, the remaining fear, wherever it is. And now the most important part. We're going to invite the fear to come up into your body, to come into your body. Okay, so if it's in your head, you invite it to come down into your body. If it's in your belly, you invite it to come up, wherever. But whatever you want to move it towards your heart. This is part of the physical process. You want to stretch your body parts away, physically stretch your body bits away from the fear, like you're stretching your skin away from the fear. And now breathe in. Imagine that the inhale is bringing your fear up. The inhale is bringing your fear up, and say, I invite this fear into my body. I invite this fear into my heart. And now do that. Breathe and just imagine you're doing it. Stretch your body bits away. Imagine a pathway is opening up. Let your fear, let the feeling decide where the pathway is. Okay, breathe it up. Imagine golden light is filling in the spaces where the fear's been, and now it's swirling around the fear. It's swirling in through your heart. Okay, so take a big deep breath and breathe that feeling into your body. If you've just joined us, just breathe in light up into your heart right now. Relax the base of your throat, relax the top of your throat, drop your shoulders, release the tension, not the fear, release the tension and yawn or make sound. Go, ha, energy moves on sound. Big yawn at the end, even if you're faking. Okay, so now put your hands on your body and go down and notice what changed. How do you feel compared to when we began? And if you actually had a thing that you were scared of, like if you tuned into an event that you were scared of, think of that again, imagine it again, and see how it looks different, because it will definitely look different. Okay, so what changed for you? And do you see how this fear has been sitting in your body for years? It's literally been sitting in your body for years. And we just spent maybe 15 minutes breathing towards it, doing this process. And as it moved and you allowed it in your body, it began to break up and dissolve. This is something that people say is impossible to change. Like in mainstream world, like of course we know that you can change this stuff, but it's really powerful to have the reminder. Do you know what I mean? So, by the way, if anyone happens to be commenting, I'm not actually seeing any coming through. So it may just be because everyone's so enthralled with the energy work, which is awesome. But just in case, let me double check. Because it happens sometimes, doesn't it? And sometimes it doesn't. Okay. In this case, it didn't. So, okay. The next thing I want to talk about is changing your vibration instantly. Now, I know that that was the title of this, but I really felt it was important to give the foundation of the fear. I think I'm going to come back and do that in another live stream tomorrow, and I'm going to touch on it today. So let me tell you the theory behind this. You know how a lot of the time you think that you're going in the right direction? You know, you think that you're going in the right direction, you think you're being positive, you think you're feeling good, you're taking action, but then it doesn't work out. Well, it's because you're actually not in tune with how you're really feeling. And let me tell you why. And this is the whole entire basis of, this is so important. It's because you think that your vibration is just you. Like how you feel right now. Like right now, you're probably more in tune, you're more buzzy. But let's say when you first came onto this live stream, if you were just sitting there, looking around the room, you would have thought, okay, well, how I feel, this is just me. And what that means is that this is just a mix of emotions that have been with you for such a long time that they're settled in your body, in your energy field, in your biofield. They've just settled in like place. And so you think that it's you, but it's not. It's not you, okay? So, but so what you want to understand is that these are activating your beliefs for good and for bad, for what you want and taking you away from it, okay? So you want to understand that you have this resting vibration that is sort of under the surface. So the exercise I want to guide you through, I'm going to do it in tomorrow's live stream now, because we've already been going for about 45 minutes. And I feel that this has been a great foundation fundamental, but, you know, rather than... yeah, I think it would be easy to do it in 2 parts. So here's what we're going to do tomorrow. Same time as we came on today. If you love this and you think people should try this, please go ahead and share this live stream. I really believe that more people need to have these literally like life-saving tools. Like you can get out of a panic attack by doing this type of work. I've helped many people get out of a panic attack. Not only that, it's like, if you're about to go and speak on stage and you're feeling this big fear, yeah, you can push through it and you can go speak on stage and you can show yourself that, you know, the fear has no control over you, which is great. But if you can dissolve the fear before you go on, so you come from a space of actual trust and love and empowerment, don't you think you'll feel a lot better and you'll give a better speech on stage? Right? That's what we want to do. Let go of the story that's controlling your life. Yeah. I have decided that because I'm here on a mission to truly transform the world, I am part of the spiritual revolution, as we all are. I believe myself to be one of the leaders, really, that is here to help us all learn these amazing energy healing techniques, which isn't just about energy healing. It's about actual fucking life. It's about thinking. It's about taking control of your own destiny, so that rather than holding back in fear, you can step into, you can not even step into, you can unleash, you can just let go of everything covering up the true you, and you can be the true you now. It is available. This so-called future you isn't the future. It's inside of you now. And that's what these energy techniques help you do. Okay, so how was that for you? Did it resonate? Was it sort of weird? Is it something that you've done before? Is it maybe something you've done before, but with a new nugget of wisdom? Or what was the difference for you? So let's all take a breath together. So Lisa says she feels tingly, cooler body temperature. Oh, that's really cool. I love that, how that just, you know, tingled you and like brought you down a bit. That's cool. Yeah, it does. It leaves you feeling buzzy. I love that. Yeah, I'm definitely feeling lots of buzziness, a bit floaty. I'm finding it a little hard to talk. And a final call out before I go. For those of you interested in Trust Your Way into Alignment, the most powerful thing I've ever done, the people that are going through it already have been messaging me. They've been making life changes. They haven't been falling apart when big like I've had one person, she went through it. She had these 5 really bad things happen, like house foreclosure, you know, a friend of hers died, you know, son got in an accident. And she was saying online publicly how usually she'd fall apart. But after starting my program for just a week, rather than, you know, falling apart in something so traumatic, she was able to orient herself into the now and understand that it's all just a story and that she can handle it. Now, it might not sound like much, but this is a big deal. When you can learn how not to be swayed by the conditions of life, as Abraham Hicks teaches, and you can learn how to be in the vortex and make decisions from the vortex, which is what Trust Your Way into Alignment is all about, then the world really is your oyster. And it's all about being guided by your soul, okay? I've got a really amazing module in there about how to listen to your soul that is probably worth the whole entire price of the program, because this one transformational guided session teaches you how to come from a place of compassion and literally make the right decision every time. Now, how valuable would that be to you if you knew for a fact that you were making the right decision? And can you imagine what it would be like when you can actually get into the vortex where you feel high vibe and really good, and you know you're feeling good, and you can make like these good decisions, you can take the action that actually gets results rather than sabotaging and resisting. That's what this program's all about. So thanks for joining me, everyone. I so appreciate being able to share this work. And remember to let go of those stories. Remember that the fear in your body is scared. It's a part of you that's scared. So you want to invite it in like we did. Do not try and change it. Just breathe and relax towards it. Okay? So you can use this exercise at any time and it will totally transform your fear. And let me know how it goes for you when you do, please. Bye.